The number one reason you cannot stay consistent: your discipline, your dopamine, and your distractions. They all tie into one. You can't stay consistent because you're distracted every single day by TikTok, scrolling. And I'm not preaching from a mountaintop. I'm susceptible to the same thing. I still catch myself scrolling in a death loop. Distraction, Netflix. I used to watch Netflix every day. I used to. I caught myself living in those fantasy worlds every day, every night, just to wind down. Yesterday, this month, really last month, I deleted Netflix. And bro, I found myself finding other ways to watch movies. YouTube, GoMovies.com, right? The pirated website for, those movies where you can get online. And dude, it reminds me so much of identity and who you are. Because if you're the person who's getting distracted by TikTok, by Netflix, entertainment, porn, it's the same thing, right? With porn, you go and you go get a blocker on your Safari, but then you go watch it on, search up on Instagram some big booty models, or TikTok, some big booty models. You still get that dopamine hit. Snapchat, bro. Snapchat's the worst. Snapchat is a whole porno site nowadays, bro. I cannot be on Snapchat without some big booties being on there. You know what I mean? And so, bro, your dopamine is fried. Your dopamine is being fried on a daily, and that's for a reason. The enemy, the people that don't want you to succeed, the people that live in this limited mindset, who are actually against you, who don't care if you win or succeed by any measure, they are going to try to distract you and fill your brain with cheap dopamine. They're gonna feed you bullshit. Not just food, because I'm also a fitness coach. I understand that you need to eat the right food for the fuel that fuels your muscles throughout the day. So you eat steak, you eat eggs, you eat red meat, right? Ground beef, you eat chicken, a lot of protein, high protein. But if people wanted you to not be a soldier, to not be able to have muscle and strength, they're gonna take away all the healthy food, all the protein from you. Healthy food is going to be put in front of you, and it's going to be like chickpeas and tofu. They'll convince you that plant-based diet is the way to go, so you eat tofu and chickpeas and lentils for your protein. I was that guy. What the fuck? I fell for that. I watched a Netflix documentary trapped in the dopamine scroll loop, watching God knows what, and they convinced me that the plant-based diet was the way to go. And I was eating it for like a month, 2 months. You can ask my friends. Bro, he thought I was, bro, they still get on my head. Bro, my boy still gets on my head about that. Like, ha, you ate plant-based, remember that? And now I'm like full like meats, bro. I want a biblical based diet, something that's hearty, something that's like animal based. I'm all about that now. And it's hilarious that they convince you, the enemy convinces you of this. They want you distracted. They want you eating bullshit, not just physical, but mental bullshit. They don't want you to be fed with the healthy, the good fats. And that, what the good fats is internally in your mind, is actually starving the brain from the dopamine that they feed you, so you can fill it up with the healthy stuff like work, like the gym, like something you have to put in effort to earn. I'm getting so passionate about this because, bro, I was that kid. I was the kid, bro. Please, if you are anything like me in the past, you are being filled up with dopamine. You are doing it voluntarily because it's short-term gratification through drugs, through weed, through all the vices, through cheap entertainment, fantasies, everything. You are just filling your brain with this cheap ass dopamine that the world has convinced you is okay. And if you really are taking it a step further, you're on this plant-based diet that is killing you from the inside out. They don't want you to eat the red meat, the actual protein that grows. And God gave us this beautiful cow to eat. And that cow has babies, so we can eat more. And it's never ending. We have so many cows in this world. We cannot eat them all. That's why we have farmers, so we could grow more cows. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, they don't want you. They want you eating bean burgers filled up with cheap dopamine, watching some fantasy bullshit with your dick in your hand every night, living off this fake cheap world, and you are falling for it every time. Maybe you're awake to it, maybe not, but if you watched all the way through to this point, now you're aware. Now you're aware. You can't unsee it. You are aware that you're doing it, and you are filling your brain with this stuff that they say is okay, but it's not. It is not okay. You're not going to move in any forward manner if you keep doing it and stay distracted and you stay dopamine filled. You need to cut it all off. Dopamine detox, if that's what you want to call it. You're simply cutting off the stuff that is keeping you back, the habits that are keeping you back, the stuff you're eating voluntarily that is keeping you back. Cut it off. I'm speaking to my younger self because I needed this message. You're not going to make any progress unless you cut it off and raise the standard. Raise the bar tenfold. The dopamine that you get is earned from now on. Is earned from the gym. From earning your place with the girl. You're actually going to make effort and talk to her. From earning the effort from a rigorous workday. From earning your dopamine through disciplining yourself. This is the number one thing that is holding you back. Distractions, dopamine, and your undisciplined self. You can't afford it anymore, bro. You can't. Because the world is not nice. The world does not give a fuck if you're broke, if you're scared, if you're weak. It will run you over time and time again. You have to take full responsibility and accountability for your actions, or you will not change. You will stay the same, living the same level over and over and over. And it's gonna feel like war. So much war, so much pressure, that if you're aware of it, every ounce of you is gonna want to numb out. Every ounce of you is going to want to escape. Every ounce of you is gonna try to find a way around it. So you add those blockers, you delete the Netflix, you stop the junk food, you stop the weed, but somehow, some way, you just keep finding yourself back through other avenues. They have your mind. They own it. The algorithm owns it. The world owns it. You need to take back ownership of your mind now. The time is now. And it may take a week, a month, 6 months, a year, a couple years to fully get that ownership back. But I promise you'll start feeling the effects almost instantaneously. It's not going to feel like this abundance of freedom and power and everything, yes, you'll build more confidence, but it doesn't happen in an overnight switch. Like, it doesn't work like that, bro. You're gonna actually feel worse. You're actually gonna be feeling more pressure. You're gonna be feeling more boredom. You're gonna be in a worse position because you're actually feeling what it feels like to not be numb. But you need to get used to that feeling. Get used to the feeling of feeling like shit. My coach always used to tell me, get comfortable being uncomfortable. He said that so much in high school. I was a big sports boy, played varsity soccer, ran varsity cross country. Coach always said, get comfortable being uncomfortable. I didn't understand that until now. It doesn't just apply in sports, because my body has always looked athletic. I was always comfortable being uncomfortable in the athletic world. But when I got thrown out of high school, when I got put into the real world, I didn't go to college, and I started pursuing business. My habits outside of the athletics were still very comfortable. I was still very comfortable. Even though I thought just because I was able to bench 225 or run a marathon or beat these kids in soccer, I was uncomfortable. No, sir. Just because I was working out every day means I was uncomfortable. No, sir. Not if you hit a workout and you're still filling your brain with bullshit dopamine, bullshit distractions, and not taking care of your responsibilities like a man should, and not pushing himself to the limit like a man should. You are capable of so much more. You are capable of so much more, and you know it. You fucking know it. If you want the feeling of living on repeat day in and day out, bro, my grandma, she's fucking like 68 right now, and she's still working at Home Depot. What? She's been there for like 20 years. What? My dad, same gig. He's like 57. He's been at the same job for 15, 20 years. What? Bro, your bloodline is counting on you. Your bloodline is counting on you. If you don't want that outcome to be yourself, the fact that I've been at the same job for 2 years, I'm like, what? How am I still here? Why haven't I beat this level? What is it gonna take? And I've done all the things I've told you in this video. It's only been 4 months or so since I've really turned on the heat on my vices. I went to war on myself and my mind. It was only about last month that I cut off Netflix. But bro, everything has been increased. The pressure, the boredom, the stillness, the restlessness within the stillness. Everything has been increased. And the feelings of living the same level over and over and over, it's only gotten louder. It's gotten to a point, it got so bad where it pushed me to church. It pushed me into, I was willing to do anything to stop hitting my head against the fucking wall. And honestly, I still am. Not within the vices. I see growth. But within living the same level over and over. And yes, things have changed. Yes, I started posting content more. Yes, I started growing in the gym again. Yes, I started building a business and taking myself like to a whole nother level. Yes, but I'm still here at this level. Just because I started doesn't mean I beat it. I will beat it. I promise you I will. But it's going to take more pain. It's going to take more effort. It's going to take more drive. Y'all know what I'm building. If you want to follow along the journey, subscribe. I'm sharing as real and raw as possible because I want men to learn from my mistakes, what I've done in the past, how I'm going about this. And honestly, I'm not perfect, bro. It's probably not the best way, but this is how I'm getting through it. I want to reach that next level so badly. This year I was willing to invest tens of thousands of dollars into my real estate career. Money that I didn't have on credit. And then my car breaks down over and over and over. It broke down last week. I had to take out another loan. Brother, I'm about to have to get a second job just to keep up with the payments. Brother, you think this shit is getting easier for me? Fuck no. It's getting harder. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. I'm still taking my cold showers. I'm still going to the gym. I'm still recording the content at late at night, and I'm still posting. I still want the thing that I said I want, and I'm coming for it. I refuse to be stopped. Because I know the moment I stop, the moment I let off the gas, that's when I fall. That's when I get comfortable. That's when the distractions come pouring in. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I still have my nights like last night. I caught myself scrolling. I caught myself in a dopamine loop of watching like this movie and just staying up late past my bedtime. I shouldn't have done it, but I did it. I'm not perfect. I struggled to wake up this morning, obviously. I was late to church this morning. I'm crunching my content in right now when I told myself I'm going to get it done before the evening. I had to go into work. I had to do the shift. I can make excuses or I can make results. It still needs to get done. I'm choosing the result. Appreciate y'all tuning in. My name's Aiden Hatchett. I'm a fitness coach. If you want to apply one-on-one and work with me, I'll have a link down below. Check out the IG. You know, I'm posting there all the time, especially the stories. TikTok, same handle. I appreciate y'all. I will see you on the next video. Let me know what you think of this video. If you can relate at all. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.